Hey y'all. So, um, I feel like since in the last two videos, I did it on the two guys that I've technically dated. Uh, Boy from Homecoming and boyfriend who I hate. Well, I wouldn't say hate. It's just a very strong anger and frustration too. But anyways, so this is gonna be about the last boy, the most recent boy. And I don't count like little dates and little talking tos in between boys because it was literally they didn't pass the second round of questions, so they don't count. And the reason that this boy count because it came down to me asking like my friends and my family like should I go back to the boy from the first video or should I date him? And I chose the boy from the first video like multiple times, but then the birthday thing happened and I was like, no. And I guess I kind of like settled for this boy. And that's kind of messed up. But in my defense, I told this boy, I do not want a relationship. I'm too complicated right now. I don't want to be with anybody. I don't want a relationship. And he just didn't believe me. And that is not my fault because if I tell you dead ass, like, I do not want a relationship. I don't want to date anybody because, like, I'm going through this thing. And the thing that I was going through was with boy from the first video, and it's really that simple. Like, I don't want to get into it because at the end of the day, I'm technically, you know, not over it, still involved with it, and I don't want to hurt you. It was really that simple. But I understand why he wanted to talk to me because before COVID, I was trying to get with him. But the only reason, and this is about to sound even more fucked up, the only reason I wanted to get with him is because, for one, he knew something that absolutely nobody else in the building knew because I called him after it happened. I don't know why I did. No, actually, he called me and I answered, and then he asked me what was wrong, and I told him. And then the second time, actually, I didn't call him. Did I? Did the second time, did I call him? You know what? Let's just say stuff happened and he got called. I don't know if I called him the second time, but I do know I called my cousin. I don't know if he got called. Probably not, though. Oh, he did get called. He didn't answer. And I feel like that was messed up because I shouldn't be calling him for stuff like this. So I'm calling my cousin. So yeah, and that's when I decided to back away from him. Yep, but anyways, he was a nice guy. Well, he seemed like a nice boy. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I should just like settle for like a nice person for the rest of high school. And then we can like, go on dates and do whatever the fuck, for high school. It seems nice. Have a good time. But he was just so boring. And I saw myself being bored with him. And I knew that I was not going to enjoy the relationship. And this was before COVID, by the way. I saw myself just like not enjoying the relationship because like at least with the last two there was like some fire, like some spark. And then when it was like supposed to be fire and spark, I was just uncomfortable. Like, I'm gonna say this only as a disclaimer, it's about to get a little bit kinky. When the first boy used to Mom, please don't ever watch these videos. I beg you, please don't ever watch these videos. Like, if you like on the video, click off. Like, trust me, just click off. Family members, click off. Like, trust me, this one time, click off. But like, first boy, when he used to choke me up, it was like soft. It was gentle. It was like not too rough, but it was like a grip, but it wasn't like I couldn't breathe. It was perfectly fine. And when the second boy did it, it was more like attached at my jaw, if anything. Not like he just grabbed my lower face. It's like he grabbed the neck, but like the thumb and the index were like attached at the jaw. So like the other fingers would just be there, just on the neck. And I don't know. That's how I can remember it though. It was like that. But this one, when he choked me, it was like I fucking couldn't breathe. And I had to like tap his wrist and be like, yeah, I can't fucking breathe. Let go. Like, what the fuck? And I tried to like play along with it and be like, huh, so cute. And he would do it like in front of like big crowds of people. And that was the difference. Like, cause with the first guy from the first video, with him, it was like once or twice. And the first time was just like, I don't know if he meant to do it, but like I know that we were fighting, like moving around and fighting, and he grabbed my hands and he locked those down, and then like I kept like moving. So I don't know if he meant to do that, but I know he did it, and it was like it was like a minute long, and then he let go, and then I got yanked away by one of my friends. And the other guy, we were at a park, so like it wasn't like in the middle of the fucking hallway at school. Like with this guy, it was at the middle of the fucking hallway at school with with a crowd full of people that I fucking know because it's near my fucking locker. Like, dude, like, are you kidding me right now? Excuse me, I had a burp. Like, near my locker. And it's like, damn. Or he'd do it, like, in the swim area where my team is, or in the pool area where my team is, and my coach. And like it was just like a lot of red flags flying up, and I'm just like, calm the fuck down. Or the fact that I got a trash bin put on my head. Let's talk about that, shall we? Like, come on now. Or the fact that he dropped my best friend on his pants. Let's talk about that now. His new pants, very much light blue, very much stained, very much had to buy himself another pair. Let's talk about that, shall we? Okay? Very aggressive, very angry, very short-tempered as well, very emotional, very needy, very clingy. It was just a lot of things, and he didn't check enough boxes for me to like be like, well, I mean, like those things are okay. He didn't check enough boxes. Like with the first guy, he checked fairly enough boxes. He was good looking, taller than me. He was smart in some things, even though he was illiterate. He had a plan for his future. One of the plan. Look, okay, having a plan for your future after high school and wanting to do a career that I liked you to do, 2 boxes, okay? Doctor, yes ma'am. Doctor, yes ma'am. Had a plan for the future, wanted to be a doctor, which is a big box for me. Very big box. Very big box for me. You don't understand how big of a box it is for me. Was black. Even though he was light skinned, he was black. So my family could get along with him. And confident. Okay? There's some big boxes in there. There's probably more like little things, but y'all don't need to know those. And he passed the 3 tests. So why the fuck not, right? He passed the test and he checked boxes. Good to go. Second guy checked a lot of boxes. Checked basically all the boxes. Okay? This guy didn't check any of the boxes. Well, he checked some of them. He was smart enough. He was smart enough to check the boxes. Like, the second guy, when I went up to the second guy and I was sad about my 3.0 or my 3.2, he understood why. He was like, well, I mean, like, but did you try though? Like, that's all that matters. Like, okay, you understand that. The first guy, I come up to him sad about a 3.0. He'd be like, it's okay. We'll just, you'll do better next time. But then the thing that'll get me fucked up about him is he'd be like, well, I got this. And then his fucking report card is saying 2.7. Like, shut the fuck up. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But this guy, I get a 3.0 and was like, well, at least you passing. Yeah, but like, it's not what I want. He was like, I got fucking this. So, like, be grateful or some shit like that. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Never mind. You're right. I am very much grateful for my 3.0. Like, my grades are so important to me. Like, if you don't understand that, you will not understand this. You will not understand me. It's really that fucking simple. Period. Really that simple. So, third guy, literally. Third guy is just, he's clingy, which is, I hate so much. I hate the clingy. He's very much clingy. very much overly emotional. And I feel like that's something that like women overlook with bed. Like when men are overly emotional, but I don't like overly emotional people. Okay? It's not just men, it's people. Like if I meet a girl that's fucking crying in the middle of the hallway and I'm like, why are you crying? And she says some dumbass reason, I will walk away. I do not give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. Literally, I do not give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The only thing that I will cry about that's stupid is my grades, and it will be in private in my room while staring at my report card. Literally, I will not cry in public about it. I will not cry in public about almost anything at all. I've only cried in public twice since I was like fucking elementary. My mother used to come up and slap the shit out of me, and I went in the classroom as if nothing fucking happened. Like dead ass. I do not cry. I do not like that shit. That's doing too much. Like calm the fuck down. Like why are you crying right now? Shut the fuck up. I do not like overly emotional people. Definitely not overly emotional men. Like no. Okay, stop it. So when he's on some, but you're not ready for that conversation. Oh, I want to hang out with you, but you doing this. Oh, this. Like, I'm fucking sorry that I actually have a life outside of you. I'm sorry that I'm trying to get my shit together and work around a fucking global pandemic. I am so very much sorry that I actually give a fuck about what I'm doing with my fucking life. Third thing that I didn't like. He thinks that after high school he's gonna die. Okay, that's a very serious thing to say. But he said it so much that I just do not give a fuck anymore. Go see a fucking therapist to talk about that shit with. Because it's like, the first time he said it, I was like, don't say that. That shit's fucking weird. Don't say that. That's like sad. Like, plan a future then. Plan a future around your death. Like, I was like trying to like hype him up. But by the fifth time he's on some, well, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I guess you're not. Like, go talk to a fucking therapist. You need help. But do not talk to me about that shit anymore because I no longer care. I'm like really like I'm fucked up enough. I don't need you fucking me up more with your fuck up. I don't want to carry my fuck up and your fuck up. I feel like that's too much fuck up for me. You know what I mean? No, I don't want that. No. No. Hell no. Mm-mm. Which leads me to my fourth thing that I had to put an X in instead of a check mark. He didn't plan a fucking future. Like, he's like, I'm taking health careers, but that's only because Brie told me to. Oop, I did not mean to say her name. But his best friend told him to. Anyways, just like, hopefully you didn't hear the name. Anyways, it's not like anybody gonna see these. But it's like, damn, okay? I felt bad because it's like, he really wants to be the good guy. He really wants to be the nice guy. He really wants to be open. He really wants, like, but I feel like I fucked him up because at the end of the day, I didn't want a relationship. So I really wasn't all the way in it. And then everything that came along with him, I didn't want it. I didn't want his baggage. I didn't want to take that on. I didn't want to help him at all. And then on top of that, I had girls from like outside sources telling me that he was god awful in bed, and I do not want my first time to be god awful. It can be bad, but I don't want it to be god awful. You know what I mean? So I wasn't sexually attracted to him, but like prior to that, I wasn't sexually attracted to him because when we're in the pool, I wasn't feeling it, and when we're in the hallway, I wasn't feeling it. It's like, if you watch the first video, because I watched it before, of course I made this one so I can know like who I'm talking about. And in that video, I was talking about when I got intimate with that guy. And I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that was hot. And then when I think about being intimate with the other guys, like, yeah, that was hot, you know? But when I think about being intimate with this guy, everything runs dry. And I'm like, that was not hot. That was uncomfort. That was like, if I did it, I would have left. I would have drove home and I would have cried about the uncomfort, like dead ass. Like oh, mm, oh, I did not mean to shiver. That's just, ugh. I really am truly sorry about it, but I just cannot express this enough. He just was not the guy for me. And I kept trying to, like, inch away. I kept trying to, like, to back off, but he was so persistent with it, and he was so, like, guilt tripping with it that I couldn't just, like, no, I do not want to be with you. Even though I would try to, and I would try to say it nicely. Be like, well, like when he'd be like, babe, boo, honey, my bitch. Like, no, 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 and no. You know what I mean? It's just like, I didn't want to be with him. It's really that simple. And I never wanted to be with him. There was like points where I was like before we even started, I was like, well, he's a nice guy. I could be with him. But when I tried it, when I tested out the waters, um, I did not like him. It was too cold for me, so I backed away. But it was like the water had a tight grip on my fucking ankle because I could not fucking leave. Because what the fuck? Like, so you put some oil on so it could, like, remove your foot from the water, and it just eats the oil. It mistakes the vegetable oil for fucking the other oil, the fossil fuel oil, and just, like, absorbs it. Like, no. No, 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 no. Please, no. God, no. You know? He just, definitely compared to the guys I had prior to him, he didn't live up to my expectations, like, at all. He was very, just, I'd say he was very much Michigan, and I don't want Michigan. I want Cali, I want New York, I want France, I want Bali, I want fucking Fiji, I want England, I want Venice, I don't want Michigan. Though Michigan is a great state, I love Michigan. Michigan is the great state, obviously, surrounded by the lakes. But I mean, I don't want Michigan. I was born in Michigan. I was raised in Michigan. I don't want Michigan. I want Superior. I want somebody who's on the same shit that I'm on. Like, he was not on the same shit that I was on. Like, I was on my law degree, businesswoman, make money, get money, become the best person ever, one of the richest people in the world. That's my impossible goal. My impossible goal is to rebuild the Black Wall Street. That's my impossible goal. His impossible goal will be living past 21. You see what I'm saying here? I need somebody who has one of the biggest impossible goals, like me. Somebody who's like, I'm going to be the best surgeon in the fucking world, and you need to wait on it, I would rather be with this guy who wants to be a rapper, and who's like, I'm going to make it out, I'm going to help my community, rather than be with somebody who's literally just, he needs somebody who's willing to help him, willing to, like, be a part of it with him, to help him through it step by step after graduation. And that's just not me, because after graduation, when I tell you I'm busting the fuck, I'm leaving. Like, after graduation, I'm gonna have a graduation party, not even like a party with peers, like a family get together, and it's gonna be for my birthday. A graduate birthday is what I've been calling it. I know it's great, Superior. And then we're going on a trip for a week. Then I'm coming back and I'm moving out. And hopefully I have a roommate by then, because I've been searching and that's just not helping. And it's like, I'm literally putting it out step by step at the beginning of 2021, literally, because I have to. And I started last year because I have to, because I need to be ready, because it will be happening. And he wasn't on my same shit, and I could not be with somebody who wasn't on the same shit that I was on. Because I'm really not thinking about a relationship past high school, but I'm trying to think of it as, like, this is my first love, kind of take me away on a magical trip, kind of romance. So whenever I think about it, I'm like, but what if we can do it outside of high school? You know? But who knows? He just wasn't the one. It's that simple. I'm sorry. That's it, guys. Bye.